The New Year's Eve event is going down tonight or today, depending on where you're at, and it is going to be a grand finale kind of kickstart to the end of 2022, right into the 2023 season. I'm very excited about this event. We're going to break down the top tips to help you guys max out this event. Not only that, I just want to say I really appreciate all you guys. I hope you guys have had an amazing year, and if you have not or anything that has stood in your way, guess what? You can change that now by your actions. I appreciate all you guys, so we're going to get into everything that you need to know. And one more thing, on the website, trainerclub.shop, if you guys do want to get a little bit of a discount on my merchandise, you are able to buy one and get one 30% off on the website, which does include the Trainer Club brand new Pac-Man hoodie, which I'm a massive fan of. So if you guys do want that, do check that out. All right, so the event is going down on the 31st at 8 p.m. and that's going to go all the way until the 4th at 8 p.m. So it starts as soon as the Christmas event ends. So there are going to be spawns, we have 7-kilometer eggs, we have a really cool bonus, and we have more. So let's not waste any more time. Get them a top tip, starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is going to be focusing all around the bonus that's going on during this event. So for the entire 5 days, we're going to have half incubator distance. And if you have the widget installed for the egg hatches, for the first 3 eggs that you do put on, you will be able to get 1/4 egg hatch distance. So let me make sure that you guys have this set up. So in order to set it up as I do have here, is all you have to do is go ahead and press on an iPhone and then click edit home screen. Then you in the top left corner, you guys are going to click the plus button. In the plus button, you will scroll all the way down to Pokémon, click on that, and you can add both of these widgets, and the Adventure Sync egg widget is going to be the one that you're going to be adding to your home screen to be able to make sure you can get this extra additional bonus. So I would say to maximize out on this bonus, I would start hatching eggs. What eggs would I use? I would probably go after the 12-kilometer eggs, because just remember, 12 of them is going to yield you 100,000 Stardust on a star piece, just about. Usually it's a little bit less, but it's pretty close to 100,000. On those 12-kilometer eggs, what I would start doing is incubate 9 of them right now. Start getting them up until this event, and then as soon as this event bonus goes on, hopefully you will have them about 2 to 3 kilometers left on those eggs. You will be able to put on those first 3 as soon as 8 p.m. hits in your local time zone, and then you will be able to finish off those first 3 with the rest of the 9, and then you'll have a cleared egg batch that we will talk about here in the next tip when we're talking about what eggs are coming from the 7 kilometers. But my most important goal for you guys obviously is to get shinies, to have fun, but overall having more Stardust is never a bad thing, because you can always use it in GBL, raid attackers, and so much more, including trades and so forth if you're going to the Hoenn Tour. And then being able to go after the rocket leaders, if there is any specific ones, you can go after them. You can buy the rocket radars, or you can just grind out the rocket radars. I like grinding them because then you always have potential to get even more good quality shadow Pokemon for PvP or meta attackers when you're going after that, which is then going to lead us into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is going to be all about the 7-kilometer eggs that are going down during this event, because we pretty much have every single baby Pokemon going down except for the Munchlax. And Munchlax is a newer Pokemon, so I understand why it might be not in here, but all of these other ones have been out definitely longer than Munchlax, okay? The most new one here is going to be Tyrogue, but let's start off with all these Pokemon because we do have Pichu as number 1. Pichu is going to have a party hat, and before I go on here, I would highly suggest you guys do not evolve any of your baby Pokemon because they are so much rarer as shiny baby Pokemon, because for the most part, all these Pokemon have only been able to be egg hatched, except for a few rare occasions, such as the Smoochums that was in field research last year. So besides that, all of them are ultra rare, and they will hold an intrinsic value for trading with these Pokemon. The Pichu 100% IV is going to be 270, and the next we're going to have Cleffa. 383 is the 100% IV, followed by the Igglybuff, that's going to be 306, and then next we are going to have Togepi. Togepi 100% IV is 375. Tyrogue is going to be next at 281. I am very excited about these 7-kilometer eggs. Granted, they do come from gifts, obviously, and they are going to be a little bit challenging to be able to get. However, after I do clear out some of my 12-kilometer eggs and my 10-kilometer eggs that I have in there, I will be getting after the 7-kilometer eggs, and maybe we're going to do a challenge together on this one and the raids to see what we can come about in Pokemon Go getting after these Pokemon. And then next, we do have the Smoochums. 730 I did on that one, and then followed by the Elekid, that's going to be 689. And then next, we have the Magby at 756 for the 100% IV. And then next, we have the Azrael. 208 is going to be the 100% IV, followed by the Wynot, that's going to be 305. So all the babies do have shinies. Like I said, I would probably not evolve those. The only time I would consider evolving it is if I did hatch a Shundo, and it's a very useful Pokemon, such as the Togepi. Could go all the way into the Togekiss. So I would still be hard pressed to do evolve that one, because honestly, as a baby, it's ultra rare, but that's going to make your decision yours for yourself. So with that said, let's get into tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to be all about the spawns going on during this event. So we only have 3 highlighted spawns as of right now. We have Pikachu, that does have a brand new New Year's Eve hat. We also have the Noctowl, which is going to be a very good GBL Pokemon. And then finally we have the Wurmple with a party hat. All of them do have shinies. The Noctowl can now evolve, and the Pikachu can evolve as well, as I am knowledgeable about. So the Noctowl is actually going to be ranked 10 in the Great League with the moveset combination of Wing Attack, Sky Attack, and Shadow Ball at 100% IVs for the Great League at a 114-15, and then it's actually same exact moveset in the Ultra League, ranked 46. 100% IVs, it can actually go to level 51 and still be below 2500. So those are going to be all the spawns as of right now during the event. So with that said, now let's get into tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to be all about the field research going on during this event. So let's jump into that right now.
And as of right now, it looks like the only research that we are going to be getting is hatch 2 eggs for 2023 Stardust. It looks like potentially from Leak Duck there may be a Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle out there, but if there is, I will put it in the pinned comments. But as of right now, it's not out yet, which is kind of crazy. And then finally, we have the collection challenge, which is going to be catch a Hoot Hoot, evolve a Hoot Hoot into Noctowl, and then catch a Pikachu for 2023 Stardust. So pretty simple, pretty easy, and get that Stardust.
Which is then going to lead us to tip number 5. Tip number 5 is going to be all about the raid battles that are going on. We have Fusion Flare, and I just want to apologize to everybody out there. I think I was confusing Fusion Flare and Fusion Fire. I apologize. The moveset name is actually Fusion Flare, and I did put a complete Reshiram counter guide, best of the best, power up, and there's an excellent throw tutorial in this playlist up here you guys can check out. I really like that Reshiram, and the Fusion Flare is mighty fine on that Pokemon, so do check out that video to see if it is actually going to be better than Overheat. As far as the Mega Raids, we are going to have Mega Steelix. Mega Steelix is going to be a great dual type Pokemon of ground and steel type combination, so I suggest you guys stock up a little bit more on the energy for this Pokemon, not just because of a meta attacker, because it's not relevant as a meta attacker, but it is great to have it as a mega level 3 and to use this Pokemon in situations when we can have ground and steel typing, because having dual type Pokemon at mega level 3 gets you more XL candy when it's active. Highly suggest you do that. Tier down on the list, we are going to have the raids tier 3. The tier 3 raids are going to consist of Wobbuffet with a party hat. We have Gengar with a party hat. We have Raticate with a party hat, and we have Nidorino with a party hat. All of these Pokemon have been out in the past, but at the same time, if you don't have the shiny and you're looking for it, such as I do not have the Raticate, and I also don't believe that I have the Wobbuffet, maybe we'll do a challenge as I talked about earlier with these Pokemon, which is then going to lead us into the tier 1 raids. Tier 1 raids are going to feature Pikachu with the brand new party hat. We do have Squirtle, Charmander, as well as Bulbasaur all with the party hat, and just remember, the Charmander can evolve all the way into Charizard with that party hat, so that's going to be something to look out for, and these Pokemon are relatively rare as the shinies, so that is always something to use. And one more thing, if you guys are looking to get more platinum badges and you're looking to increase your unique raid badges, each time you raid for a costume Pokemon, it counts as a unique encounter for raids. So that's another thing that you can contribute towards your medal. And finally, we have the Hoot Hoot with the party hat as well. That goes all the way into Noctowl, which I am a big fan of. So beyond that, what is our goal here? Our goal is to have fun, number 1. Number 2, get shinies. Number 3, maximize fully on the egg hatching. Even if you don't want to get the baby shinies, which is a great time to get baby shinies, focus on the 12-kilometer eggs and do it as a more functional standpoint and go after more Stardust, because lining those up with 1 star piece, like I said, gets you 100,000. So thank you guys for tuning in as always. Appreciate you guys for being here. To all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes their support, subscription, invitation to next level. I'm gonna see you guys out in the next video. Peace.
I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.